One of the most iconic traditions taking place in Windsor is returning on July 22, 4 days after the government lifted all the COVID-19 regulations that were still in place. The guard change will take place 3 times a week over the next 2 months, Visit Windsor said. Those who want to see the changing of the guard in person can get to Central Windsor every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday throughout July and August at 11 a.m. The march starts at the Victoria Barracks on Sheet Street, continues on the High Street and ends inside Windsor Castle. According to the Visit Windsor website, the best places to see the guards marching is on Windsor High Street or on the Corn Exchange under Windsor Guildhall. The march to High Street takes approximately 10 minutes while the guard changing ceremony takes up to 30 minutes. Those who want to see the changing of the guard inside Windsor Castle must book a ticket to visit the Queen's residence and allow plenty of time to get into the castle. Guards can also be spotted on their way back from Windsor Castle between 11:15 and 11:30 a.m. on the days the ceremony takes place. The guard changing ceremony marks a return to normality at the castle, which has been the main residence of the Queen since March 19, 2020. Prior to the pandemic, the Queen was based in London on most days of the week and would travel to Windsor Castle or Sandringham on weekends. Since the COVID-19 crisis hit, she has returned to Buckingham Palace only a handful of times. The Queen is believed to have visited her residence in London in late October, when she paid tribute to the unknown soldier at Westminster Abbey. Her Majesty was also at Buckingham Palace on May 11. And departed from that residence to attend the state opening of Parliament. In June, she returned again to the London Palace to hold her first face-to-face meeting with Boris Johnson since March 2020. Her Majesty and the Prime Minister never stopped holding their weekly meetings on Wednesdays, but had moved them to over the phone for several months. From Windsor, the Queen has continued to carry out her daily duties. These include receiving the government's red boxes and read some of her correspondence. During the pandemic, the Queen got acquainted with video calls, and has carried out several engagements via video links with charities and her organizations. Most recently, she heard from a few young leaders supported by the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, of which she is the patron, how their projects aiming at improving their communities are doing. Her Majesty has also been met foreign diplomats via video link. While staying in Windsor, the monarch spoke to dignitaries who travelled to St James's Palace in London. Most notably, while in Windsor the Queen also carried out a special investiture ceremony to Knight Captain Tom Moore, who raised more than £30 million for the NHS at the height of the first national lockdown. While she is staying at Windsor, the monarch has recently returned more regularly to face-to-face engagements. Earlier this month, she visited the iconic set of Coronation Street in Manchester. In June, she travelled to Cornwall to attend a reception with world leaders attending the G7 summit, and 2 days later she hosted Joe and Jill Biden at her castle.